Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada sent one of their planes down, and this plane is called a super scooper because what it does, it scoops up ocean water and then it sprays that water onto the fire. And it had to be grounded because a civilian put a drone up in the air around the LA fires and collided with this super scooper. I think when there is something, serious going on, like a wildfire, I don't think civilians should be putting drones up in the air at that moment, especially if you see there are helicopters and planes trying to fight the fire. I don't think civilian drones should be up there at all, you know. And if you are going to have those drones up in the air, they should be a certain distance away from, people trying to do their jobs. And it's a shame. There are some close up shots where you can clearly see a dent where it collided with a drone. So they said they are finally making some headway. The winds are still there, but they're a lot more diminished than they were earlier in the week. Now, when I looked at some of the weather for that area, I think the winds have dropped down to like 58 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour in certain areas. So now they said they're able to send up firefighting planes to help with the fire, the wildfire. So, Los Angeles authorities have vowed to prosecute illegal drone flights after a civilian drone collided with a Canadian super scooper aircraft fighting the Palisade fire Thursday, forcing this plane to be grounded. So, this plane, they said, can scoop up 1,500 gallons of ocean water and drop it on active fires. So it is a plane that is heavily used up in Canada when they have wildfires. So this is what the Los Angeles Fire Department, they were using, but they said, a good thing there was no injuries. Well, it's a good thing there wasn't. So the damaged plane will be prioritized for repair and should be back up flying by Monday. This is what the fire officials are saying. The collision caused a temporary grounding of all aircraft responding to the Palisades fire. The war zone is what they are calling it, according to CAL FIRE. It was one of two planes deployed to the site, the war zone. So anyone flying a drone, this is the warning they're giving. Anyone flying a drone in restricted airspace over the fire without permission may face legal consequences. All right, so this is according to LA Attorney General. And they said this in a news conference Friday morning. So it goes on and say, you will be arrested, you will be prosecuted, and you will be punished to the full extent of the law, according to the Attorney General. Our federal partners behind the scenes are going to be implementing procedures to be able to follow drones in our two large fire areas. They will be able to identify who the operator of the drones is. The important thing to know is that if you fly a drone in one of these bushfires, all aerial operations will be shut down. And we certainly don't want to have that happen. Wow. After this thing collided with a drone, they grounded all of the flights that were assisting with the fire, by helicopter and by plane. Like I said, they should have been had that in place because it is just too many people now that own drones. And for one reason or another, somebody that was a civilian decided to fly into that area. And to me, whenever there's a fire going on, only the essential workers, like your firefighters, your pilots that are working the fire, they should be really be the only ones over those type of areas. If you are a civilian, you're not fighting the fire by sending your drone up there. So why are you doing it? And I think that's a shame. I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can put this picture up so you can see the damage that was done after it collided with a drone. All right. So here's an actual photo of, it looks like the wing where the drone came in contact with the plane. And this is the damage that was done. And like I said before, after this was done, they had to ground everything that was up in the air from that point on. And, when you're trying to put out a life threatening fire, and somebody actually disrupted the work that people were doing, yeah, I think they should be able to find out who owned the drone because, when you get a drone, you got to register that drone. So if they're able to find pieces of that drone on the ground, they should be able to trace it back to who sent it up there. So I think that's a shame because of just the nature of this fire and all of the damage it has done. So LAFD released photos of the plane bearing tail number CGQBE, showing a hole in the front of one of its wings. That's what I thought it was. It looked like, where you see the damage is the actual wing. So they're saying that, it was Canada that sent down two of these planes to help LA fight their fire. Wow. Yeah, despite the fact that Donald Trump says he wants to make it the 51st state and take Canada completely away and make it part of the U.S., they still sent help. What Donald Trump think he should do. So anyway, the FAA said that the firefighting aircraft was still, after the collision, was able to land safely. The FAA underscored late Thursday that it has not authorized anyone unaffiliated with the LA firefighting operations to fly drones in restricted airspace and place over wildfires. The FAA treats these violations seriously and immediately considers swift enforcement actions against these offenses. It says that drones near aerial firefighting can ground air tankers, slow fire response, and cost lives. The FAA did not specifically describe anything further about the drone that hit this airplane. So, so that's the threat they're putting out there for the one that did this. You would think people would have better sense, but I guess sense is not that common in the United States, y'all. But please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.